Okay, we are to get started, Jama. And then if we can just take our seats and the work for socialization show you. Okay, how to taswir God don't give. They're using me the socialization. Okay. Zema Gutalekum. This session, I do have like 5 or 6 speakers who are going to impact us with words of wisdom and probably some instructions. Some of them are elders and leaders of the community. So, as I said earlier, we are celebrating the life of Abyei. Therefore, after we finish our speech, we are going to have the celebration. Al-Hafla Haikun Mustamir. But also, while I'm presenting the speakers, we're going to play some music to keep the spirit of celebration going on. So right now, I'm going to call upon the first speaker. The person that I'm going to call is a young man from Edmonton, and is a man who has put his heart to work of the community. He is everywhere. Believe me or not, while we are sitting here, he's right here. And if you happen to leave from here, go to another house or funeral, you will find him there. That's how committed he is. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome the stage Mr. Jimmy, the Vice President of South Sudanese Community in Edmonton. Jimmy, please come forward. We are going to play a song while Jimmy is making his way to the stage. Let's pick that spirit pressure going on.
Shukran jazilan. Thank you very much, MC gang, for the honor and the respect that you have given me. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm here today to represent not only our community in Eddington, but also representing me and my family. I'm not going to waste too much time here, but I want to be very clear that haja al-mut da ma ba'arfu inta kan min wen wala min wen. For today, if any one of you does not know, the family of Kwal Deng and the Flora Deng have gone through a lot this year. And Kwal Deng, my brother, I want to tell you that you should be very strong with your faith. Put your faith to God, and God will reward you. You did not choose, your family did not choose to go through this way, but as we heard from our pastor before, it is God's choice. For we are thankful that today we come to celebrate the life of our brother, our father, and our loved one, and that we can put behind us and continue with our daily life. As the vice president of the South Sudanese community for the last 3 years, most of you may have witnessed what I have brought to the community. And most of you may have seen what I'm doing for our community. I am not doing for myself. I'm doing for our children in the next 10 to 20 years here in the city of Eddington. What kind of legacy are we going to leave to them? What are we going to leave to our kids, to our grandkids? We have nothing. Nothing except lie and the lie and the lie and the lie. And trying to cause division in our community. If you want to be a leader, do not divide, unite. Unite your people. Don't divide your people. If anyone from India or from Arab or from Edmonton, Kawaja, Ashahina, Mabaru Ferina, where we are from, they don't know where hell Kakwa or Acholi or Dinka or where is. They call you all what? Black. I am proud to be a father of 5 here in Edmonton with 1 boy in Cairo. I'm proud that I raised my girls extremely very successful. 3 of them finished university, 2 are in the university, and they are getting there. One of my daughter have picked what I'm doing is working for our community, for the South Sudanese community. Not only by herself, but with all her friends and sisters from all over South Sudan. It doesn't matter where from. All those who are very educated. And very soon, in June, they have the 2nd biggest South Sudanese youth event in Calgary. But you have to be under 34 years. That's the problem. To be counted in. So they are working on it. Here in Edmonton, we have a South Sudanese Community Center at 10510 107 Avenue for the last 4 years. That center is for anyone who is living in Edmonton and is from South Sudan. The keys are with me and also Abang Geren. I don't know if you know Abang Geren. And then soon, I just talked to my brother Arab. Their son is gonna go to Sunday. Then, I don't know if you guys know Sunday then. Those are our youth here in Edmonton. If you need to use the center, it's open. And we have a high-speed Wi-Fi that can hold up to 150 people can log in. And in very soon, we will have a direct phone line. We'll have our office open at least 3 times in a week. If you need to have any service, like you want to print your papers, you want to do there's going to be a computer sitting there. All you have to do is ask if it is open. If it's not open, there are 3 people because our people are very reluctant to go open the center. They mahana, lenas hagana for our own use. But sometimes, you know, if I'm lying, mark me wrong. When I call a meeting, people don't come. When I ask people for support, people don't support. It is our community. We have to support our community. We have to make something for our kids, for next generation. I'm not going to be a leading stone. Nothing. Nothing. The other thing is we are focused more on, okay, Equatorial Biga Mulkeda, Dinka Mulkeda, Nuera Mulkeda, Shulu Biga Keda. Let us focus here. If you have kids, tell them to get into the Canadian politics. Tell them to join the army. Tell them to join the police. Police are racist, yes, because we don't want to join. We have to be part of every single government unit. Anything, about the government view, let us get there. Let us encourage our kids. And for those who can be able to make, get there. Then we'll get there. But here, let us focus here. If you live in Edmonton, focus our kids in Edmonton. You live in Calgary. If you are a community, I'm very proud today for the first time I met my brother and my colleague, the president of the South Sudanese community. We always talk on the phone, but today we met and we're going to talk more. Yakwana Leadership Day is not the title. No. Leadership is a challenge. Leadership is not especially in the South Sudanese community. There's a lot, and you have to be prepared for it. The bottom line is We want to bring our people all together. We stand together, either in happiness or in funeral. We have to support ourselves. Because Mark Zoltan is hiding. Samuel is here. Samuel, who my brother had worked tirelessly. He left. If I'm lying, he's here. Nobody supported him. And I said, Samuel, go. Let me pick up the pieces. Let me try. My best friend Abyei told me about 2 months ago, Galejimi, good luck. Huh? We want to divide our women. We want to divide our kids. We want to divide ourselves. And then when we go and represent ourselves in front of the government, we look idiots. We look idiots. It have tired for willing them in Abyei. Abyei the belly, which country is Abyei? Tabar Vijimi la them in Abyei. Abyei my can't get sir. The difference is Abyei and then. But at least they are all from South Sudan. So it's good always if we work collectively together with the respect. Culture, it's not a sin to be a Kabwa or a Dinka or a Shulu. It's just the rule. It's the identity where you come from. It does not make you different from your own person from South Sudan. I'm proud to be a Kabwa. Doesn't make me different from a coach. Yes, we come from the same country, but okay, this one is from Newfoundland, this is from Northern Territory. Let us not misunderstood Abyei, this Gabila and this Gabila is different. No, we are the same people. We are the same people no matter what. And also we are going the same way. Al-Banat Hagana is roaming around going to West Africa and then some are stressed. Mafi Shabab. Let and Matam Shina, they monobetawing, Adem in Dinka, Matam Shina. Vietnam and Memsi, the Somalia, did they Kalas Jojuma Somali? You guys divide the people. Shabab Hagana, they don't know where to go. If you come Shabab in a mind on this one. Marian. If we come Banatina, Malian, because we are opening the gaps. We who claim to be the leaders, we are the one dividing. We who claim to be the parents, we are the one dividing. And then we who are expecting our girls, our boys to get married, and they don't get married, they go outside our community, we are the one crying. I'm not going to waste too much time here because we also have a South Sudanese community, have fellowship at the South Sudanese Community Church, and they are also expecting me there. I believe not only me, probably some of us are going to be heading down there tonight. All what I want to say is I want you to be grateful that we have a place. Anytime you want to use, it's there. And we will soon have officially a telephone line. We'll have 3 computers sitting there. And if anyone who doesn't have internet or doesn't have a printer, you are welcome to your own South Sudanese Community Center to do your job as long as there's someone there to help you open the door and close it respectively. Thank you so much. And may God bless you, and God bless our people here and all over the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. This words. So I'm just going to remind my speakers, please, when I call you here, limit your speech. The calamity is not going to you, Jimmy. It's going to go to everybody. Please limit your speech to 5 minutes. I would really appreciate it because I'm kind of trying to manage the time here. I'm being pressured somewhere else. So my target is to finish by 11 o'clock so we can open the dance floor for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to observe the protocols, but sometimes I might slip off due to things that I know and due to also keep the flow of the program. My next speaker is somebody who doesn't live in Winnipeg, in Edmonton. I was in Winnipeg, so Winnipeg always comes to my mind. So he does not live in Edmonton, and it's somebody who I just came to know. And if you see me with him, you would think we've been friends for 20 years. That's how humble he is. A couple of weeks ago, we had a conference, and he was the top of that conference. But I've learned something. When Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, him being the master, but he showed service. So his leadership style was serving people. And I have seen this in my next speaker. And he goes by Hebrew name. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome to the stage Mr. Amos Kaur, the chairman of South Sudanese community in Calgary. DJ, let's play some music before I give him the mic.
Ask you is what shell are you from within SPLA? You have to say you're a shell. The next thing is what do you have? I forgot some. I think there were three points that you talked about. So I said this because Sister J, woman Kitibal Banat, min SPLA. That's why she sing this song about the SPLA army, the strongest army in the world compared to Israeli army. This is a liberation song. So, going to my point is that as I've been introduced as a leader of the South Sudanese community in Calgary, then thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. I really appreciate it. I want to see how many people are from Calgary. Calgary people. These are the people I represent. I'm representing as a leader the most warrior community in Canada. The most warrior, whether internet warrior, whatever way, they are the most warrior in Canada. I'm so proud of that. I'm not going to take my time. The leader of Edmonton, Brother Jimmy, has spoken. This is a leader who represents South Sudanese community in Edmonton. So I don't have to have the same minutes that he has taken. Because he's a leader here, he's in charge. I'm not in charge here. So as a visitor, I will make my message short. We are here today to mourn the passing of our brother, our father, uncle, Byungit. But you cannot call him Byungit before we acknowledge that before Byungit, there is Deng Majuk. Without Deng Majuk, there could not be Byungit. Musa? Growing up as a kid, even learning later that Deng Majuk is actually called Deng Kol. We only know him as Deng Majuk. Deng Majuk and his family, these are the family that dedicated their life, their entire life, to the liberation of South Sudan. You cannot say there is so-called SPLM, without the contribution of Deng Majuk. there is no Junubi without the contribution of Deng Majok and all his kids. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to send my condolences to the family of Byungdi, Deng Majok, Abyei community. During the SPLA, Abyei community was the lifeline of the SPLA. There is no revolution without Abyei. This is why we come to Byungdi and consider him as hero to the revolution of South Sudan, the struggle that was read. Brother, thank you very much for highlighting us. Yes, coming to the SPLA. Now, there is a saying that John Garang used to say, when something is completely deformed, to be reformed. Now, let's come back. I could say I'm one of the SPLA cadres. I was trained by SPLA to become who I am today. But we have to be honest, SPLM is too deformed to be reformed. We have to be honest. This is not, what we have today, that was not what Byungdi fought for. That's not what Deng Majok fought for. Now we are moving around with the kursi. We move like this, we move like this. Where is our land? Where is Abyei? Are we saying that our revolution was to just forget about Abyei? This is what we fought for? That's not what we fought for. We fought for the people of South Sudan to remain together. All of us, from north to south, from west to east. Now, we only care about Kursi. Kursi nation. What about our land? Where is Abyei? Where is Panto? I would call it Ijilik. No, that's not our name. Panto. Where is Panto? Where is Triangle? For those of you who know what I'm talking about. Triangle. Where is mile 14? Where is 30 mile? Border to Uganda. Is it the South Sudan we were fighting for? To forget about our land? People fought for land, not for Kursi. Okay? Sometimes I feel heartbroken when I relate the reason why we fought. It's better we can lose our South Sudanese to fight our enemies that are taking our land. Now, coming as a revolutionary, again on behalf of the South Sudanese community, I want us to remember, I know Brother Arop has done his part as a leader of Abyei community, but as a leader of South Sudanese community, I want you guys to stand up for 1 minute of silence for the people of South Sudan, for what we fought for since 1955. When Deng Majok started fighting for the liberation of South Sudan, we need to honor that. You might be seated. So, in regard to all of the land that we are talking about, there is a song from Lake State that I like. The song that says, without Rundik, South Sudan she coming. Without Abyei, South Sudan she coming. Without Mile 14, South Sudan she coming. Without Triangle, South Sudan she coming. Without 30 Mile, without Mile 14, South Sudan she coming. What are we here for? To build our community and look back, sit down and discuss why we fought for the liberation of South Sudan and what do we need moving forward. I know Brother Jimmy focused on our community here. It's wonderful. I wouldn't go there. There is encouragement that he has given already. So, we talked about, for those who went to the conference, we talked about why we focus here. But if one part of our body is affected, even if we are focusing here, it's affecting us. So we need to also be mindful and multitask in a smart way to focus on both. We have two countries. But we cannot use the politics that divide us in order to discuss our topics. Our two countries, Canada and South Sudan. We have to be careful on how we can bring this discussion onto the table and why we need South Sudan. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciated the team that I came with from Calgary. I appreciated and honored to be invited by the family of Deng Majuk, the Abyei community, and the South Sudanese community in Edmonton, and the entire community in Edmonton for inviting us to come and join with you with the spirit of coming together. Last conference I said this is just the beginning. The beginning has already started. Now, our brother, Byungde, is watching us. I wonder, before the conference, I wanted to go for a haircut for 3 weeks. I've been saying I will go for a haircut, I will go for a haircut, it doesn't. But I think my haircut was waiting for today. Because in our culture, you have to do a funeral service before everybody, culturally, as South Sudanese, before you get an haircut. I think today that give me, this is the time I was waiting for, because I was mourning, but I didn't know that I was mourning for the loss of our beloved brother, Byungde. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Thank you, brother Deng. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos, for this really, really encouraging and word of wisdom. So as you can tell, I'm trying to follow protocol. We started with South Sudanese community here in Edmonton because they are the host. Rather it was the Abyei, the smaller nuclear, but then the South Sudanese community in Edmonton, then the sister community of Calgary, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to call the chairman of Padang community in Canada. As Abyei is part of Padang. My next speaker is Mr. Abyei. He's a man I know, he's a friend, and a co-worker as well. I'm his boss at work. Please, let's welcome him. And as he is coming and making his his way up to the stage, the DJ will play us some Padam song. Before I begin, I just want to say praise the Lord. We are here this evening to celebrate the life of our brother, uncle, a father, a grandfather. Byung has done a lot to the people of South Sudan. A man who has committed his whole life serving his people. I think this evening we are celebrating a life that was well spent but has been cut short at the same time. You know, I was very impressed when I was learning what he has contributed to South Sudan.
and to the people of Abyei community. The father, yes, father. You know, you can do it down. And the quite autumn. We say that because Abyei community is part and parcel of Greater Padang community. But we are at the border with the north, whether in Abyei, quite Kupanaru, Ruang administrative area, quite a long run, Abelian. These are descendants of Abyei, descendants of Padang community. So come before you to represent the voice of this larger section of Jiang, of the Dinka. I'm not mourning, I'm celebrating because he has contributed. A first bilingual, fluent in both English and Arabic, and translator in the southern government. I think even when he passed away, his body could have been laid in the Parliament of South Sudan to be given an honor for his long service to the nation. To the people of Abyei community, Pandenu Job, your son have done a lot. Achi Arabic Lelun, and a year and two Yankpin. I go out to the Yankpin. Ran J Tech, Achidamit, the Mitke. I think never deal. Hello, and a chong, a kiki chong. That's why we are celebrating when you put a song. It's a song of happiness. To thank the Creator that for the years Byung has spent it in this life and what he has given to the nation of South Sudan. But I am very disappointed at the moment. I am very disappointed that for those of Byung who died and live in the faith, I will be incomplete. Especially the son that was grown up in SPLA. Brother Amos summed it up here that we do not fight so that Abyei can be left behind. Son of Abyei have led a battalion fighting all across South Sudan. And people like Piang Deng Job is the father of the All Red Army. More than son of Deng Job contributed to the man of his struggle. And the Abyei community have done the same thing. Unwaveringly, knowing that they are part and parcel, and I have never dreamed one day, even those who may have been talking differently, I have never dreamed one day that Abyei is not South Sudan. Abyei is and will always be South Sudan. So for those who gather here this evening, I want you to go tonight with this. You know, beyond Denkwal, he died a hero. He died a hero for people of South Sudan. Even today, I must have said something very, very unique. I was brought up in SPLM, but I want to make a confession among you here tonight that 3 months ago I have decided to walk away from the SPLM because SPLM has indeed forgotten what we fought for, and we have formed a new party called National Democratic Alliance, led by the young people, formed by the young people, and will be led to contest so that instead of you, the people of South Sudan, to throw the SPLM to the river, we are asking you humbly that through the SPLM, that is to be reformed into the NDA, National Democratic Alliance, and among you here is in the conference that was done, the reconciliation and initiative, healing initiative. We talk much about what is needed in Canada, what is needed in Edmonton, what is needed in Calgary, what is needed in Lethbridge, in Red Deer, in Brook, because we have kids. We want to leave something for them. I'm a leader of our community, but my kids are here. We want to leave a legacy. Today we have a mentor. We have role models. People like son of Ronald Komjak. They have represented this country. They grew up here in Edmonton. We have today a graduate in the University of Abyei. They grew up in Edmonton. If you have a son, you have a daughter, South Sudan's community belong to them. The Edmonton belong to them. We should be represented in the city council. We should be represented in Alberta government. We should be represented in Ottawa. You know, Great Britain is led today, a young man, 34 years old, Prime Minister. His father was born in Kenya. He was born in the UK. Today, my son was born here. My daughter was born here. He and she can also dream to be the Prime Minister of this country. The same thing, your son, your daughter can have that opportunity, but we need to work together as a South Sudanese community so that they can realize this dream, so that we can leave something for this nation. Sorry for taking long. I just want to say, Pana Demu Job, Wakira Antige Chak Fagado, but Kachka Yang Dun, Achika Kunga Pat, Ekap, Kupana Children of Sudan, the Abyei community. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abyei Kon, Ben the Padam, community fi Canada. Matugle the Pai Webpa the Kachakaluel, Nyale Butokayin, and we bless your leadership. Now, I think I'm done with most of the leaders of the community. I'm going to turn back to the elders. And before I do that, I wanted to stop by Panaren Yi Byungdit. Byungdit, his mother hailed from Malwa Padanya, Awul. And my next speaker is an uncle to Byungdit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Mr. Sultan Rinilwal to give his speech on behalf of Panaren Youth. As he makes his way up to the stage, we're going to play some music to keep the spirit of celebration going.
Wondershare All the way from US. He was an active member of SPLA when we were in Cairo. I also want to recognize Amos from Calgary, the leader of the South Sudanese movement. I want also to recognize Deputy Chairman of South Sudanese community in Edmonton, Mr. Jimmy. What a wonderful event. Well organized by organizers. Malwag, who was known in Malwag for being a good organizer. If you want something to be organized, an event, you want to be organized, Paul Malwag. Also in the same day, a good MC, always doing a good job. Every time, that's why he was always an MC. I also want to commend our brother and friend, William Dinkwal, who was actually a very kind-hearted person when we came to Saskatoon. He was the one who was serving us. I think he's like the ones, like the late Abyei. So William Paul, although he's the only one that his car was saving us when we came, until everybody bought a car. And we also always have stay in his house, saving us all the times. So I want to recognize that when he was there. I want to commend Abyei community and Dinkwal family for always honoring their leaders who did very well. We served them, like Byung, the one we were celebrating his life today. I am really honored and privileged to present the family of Abyei Atta Mo. As I learned, I just learned is from Abyei, from pain attack, and from the clan Pagel. So I am a maternal uncle for him, and I am really very proud to have Abyei as my nephew. He's a nephew to all Abyei people. As we know, Abyei, it deserves celebrations. It deserves honor because it was somebody, a long-serving servant. He served in Sudan and served in South Sudan, and he did a lot of things. So the things today we are not mourning because what God created him, the purpose that God created him, he accomplished. He was blessed with abilities to serve his people. He was blessed with a good heart. And that's why when I met William Paul, he gave me a brief story about him. And today also I heard about him too here, according to his work. So he was popular, a popular leader. He's somebody who stands for people. And he showed the leadership in his family and in South Sudan. So today we are celebrating everything he did for his family and for the South Sudan and for the Sudan where we separated from. This is what we are celebrating because it was actually blessed with a life span, long life span, 75. And the things he did, I think is more than his life. So we are here today, we are not mourning, and it's good when we honor those who really serve us, those who really are good people. And this is how we can pass it on to the new generation, to the people who don't know him. Like me, I don't know him before. I don't know that he was from a will. I didn't know. But now a lot of people who came here now, they know him. That he was a good leader, he served people. And this, the way that we have to learn when we gather like this, to celebrate people like him. He's a great man. This is when we are going to learn from him. We are learning what he did so that we can follow his steps. And this is a good thing. This is a real leadership. A leadership that starts from the family to the nation. Anyhow, I'm not going to prolong my speech because those who preceded me talk a lot about things, good things, good speech we are given. And concerning the Abyei contributions, I think it's known to all of us, from Nyanyawan to SPLM, Abyei contributed a lot. Even in education, when I was in primary school, I was being taught by Abyei. And a lot of them, they were teaching in South Sudan. That was a contribution. Teaching people is not easy. This, you are giving knowledge to the people. So it's a big contribution apart from the fightings in the bush. So their contribution, Abyei contribution, cannot be overstated. It's something that all South Sudanese, and we have to recognize that. It's not here, I'm not flattering that Abyei, but it's something that there is evidence that shows that Abyei contribution in South Sudan. They are part and parcel of South Sudan. Nobody can deny that. And and their contributions is an evidence, and everybody knows that. So I'm not going to prolong my speech. I think I'm so excited. So I'm going to end my speech by saying, God will take you back safely from where you come from, because we are Paul, and Paul, they are known for it. I think they are spiritual leaders. There's something also we cannot throw it away. It's something that would ask from our tradition. So, thank you very much for giving me a chance to speak in front of you, and especially on this occasion of the great leader that I'm proud of. Just speaking on these occasions about the great leader who is here. And thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kana Jackie and all top of you. So we are going on with our program, and
Young man, young lady, kachiwa biu di Tigaloy, awi pi kono jak pirui. Kuyaman South Sudanese, biu di kia Abyei itu kia lusi, ci jawapan le bela Abyei, bela South Sudanese. Kuyaman South Sudanese, kupat ci biu lu akul kan, lu kia reno kuboru jak. Naya kepada itu kepada bukti wari, kalau terwakil. Aku kepada kalau aku buku janya, buku dia diberi buku cai. Asyik malam lain ada cai biru jam, teramut buat. Kira aku biar beli je dulu, kuici mah. Nalu itu kalau air mana mahu je, nalu kalau air kena mahu mungkin kita jual ni jual. Ruang tu beri tiga warga, kuih ini calon orang beri kita tuan calon, kan guna ini kumar tu. Kawab juga kita kaya calon. Kaya mana biar kuih mansan sering betul kan? Asyik orang ada banyak kencian kan kena Abyei kemen. Asyik orang juga kaya misalnya kuih. Tapi gau bikiran sekolah kau orang para kili begin, kalau kita kalau no, kadang tu badan orang tapi tu sekolah. Kaya mana biar kena ni macam nyai kena ni, cara juga kena tu. Kaya mana biar juga kena kau baru kena kau dulu kian. Kakak, kapasitas itu kalau piri kaya rana ni, aja kan nyamu akul kan, nyamu pula air akul, awan pula yoki wah kita luar kini, luar kian kau orang pun betul. Kan, ini kan very important. Lu celebration aku, walau celebration, wajah welcome juga present juga lo, no open, kau kerja apa dia open. Kan, trip dengan itu welcome, saya welcome juga dong. Dan berpuas beri, pokok itu, pokok wang, biu baru, then, aku pakai. Jangan kau nanti cara lain, aja jangan. Kuen kita mula yung nalo, kun buka kau ikan di sana, dulu loh, kini kita kapi. Bukan ini nak kuen itu cuma kuen tu mah. Kuen mutiaw kan orang mutiaw kan, orang juga kuen beri, kuen kacau ya kuen, kuen tiada dia ber, kumar dia ber. Thế về của cô là đi qua nhau của thiên cái bên dân bên của thiên bé community cô community bên cô luôn cái mang Abyei cái mang tôi cái mang đi luôn mang dân luôn.
Now we are going to move from Toin and we are going to head to Boer community, and the next speaker is one of the elder of the South Sudanese community here in Edmonton, and is somebody that I always look forward to his wisdom, and is somebody who is a teacher, and he raised generations, those of Red Army who been to Cuba. He was not only their teacher, but he was their father, their mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Ustaz Jommai to the stage. While he's coming here, we are going to jam and have some music. And I think Uncle is going to jam with us as well.
Thank you.
South Sudanese are like, oh, I got a massive board, because we're going to